And now, here's your host, Mr. Graham Osborne.
Hello and welcome to The Portal, your place for PALCS announcements. I'm Mr. Osborne. We have a really exciting event coming up on January 5th in the new year. Alan November, international leader in education technology, is coming to speak to parents and home facilitators. He spoke to the faculty and staff back in August, and it was just a wonderful experience, really some great information, and just a lot of fun as well. He'll be talking about how every home supports their child's learning, a parent's survival guide to the digital world. And this covers topics like managing and learning from social media, turning digital fear and anxiety into digital hope and excitement, and creating a safe and creative digital learning environment. I encourage every parent to try and make it to this event. Then on January 9th, the Snowball Dance will be taking place in the Southeast region for grades 9 through 12. If you want more information about either of these exciting programs, you can check out the links on the Moodle main page. Instead of a guest this week, I've decided to ask one of my favorite PALCS English teachers to do us a favor on our holiday show. He's going to be reading a holiday classic for us. Let's take a look.
Oh, hello. I was just reading one of my favorite Christmas stories. It's by British novelist Charles Dickens, and it's truly a classic. It's called A Christmas Carol. Would you like to hear it? Okay. Stave 1. Marley's Ghost. Marley was dead, to begin with. There is no doubt whatever about that. The register of his burial was signed by the clergyman, the clerk, the undertaker, and the chief mourner. Scrooge signed it, and Scrooge's name was good upon change for anything he chose to put his hand to. Old Marley was dead as a doornail. Scrooge knew he was dead? Of course he did. How could it be otherwise? Scrooge and he were partners for I don't know how many years. Scrooge was his sole executor, his sole administrator, his sole assign, his sole residuary legatee, his sole friend, his sole mourner. Scrooge never painted out old Marley's name, however. There it yet stood, years afterwards, above the warehouse door, Scrooge and Marley. The firm was known as Scrooge and Marley. Sometimes people new to the business could call Scrooge Scrooge, and sometimes Marley. He answered to both names. It was all the same to him. Oh, but he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, was Scrooge. A squeezing, wrenching, grasping, scraping, clutching, covetous old sinner. External heat and cold had little influence on him. No warmth could warm, no cold could chill him. No wind that blew was bitterer than he. No falling snow was more intent upon its purpose, no pelting rain less open to entreaty. Foul weather didn't know where to have him. The heaviest rain and snow and hail and sleet could boast of the advantage over him in only one respect. They often came down handsomely, and Scrooge never did. Nobody ever stopped him in the street to say with gladsome looks, "My dear Scrooge, how are you? When will you come to see me?" No beggars implored him to bestow a trifle, no children asked him what it was o'clock, no man or woman ever once in all his life inquired the way to such and such a place of Scrooge. Even the blind men's dogs appeared to know him, and when they saw him coming on, would tug their owners into doorways and up courts, and then would wag their tails as though they said, "No eye at all is better than an evil eye, dark master." But what did Scrooge care? It was the very thing he liked. To edge his way along the crowded paths of life, warning all human sympathy to keep its distance, was what the knowing ones call nuts to Scrooge. Once upon a time, of all the good days in the year, upon a Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house. It was cold, bleak-biting, foggy weather, and the city clocks had only just gone 3, but it was quite dark already.
Wow. If you want to see more of that, and I know I do, check out the link below. That's all we have for today. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful winter break and a Happy New Year.